Page 138, Prelude in C major. This is from Bach's Well-Tempered Claviers. First one, very famous piece. Most every piano student plays this one time or another. This is not an arrangement, as near as I can tell. It's pretty much the thing, except of course Bach didn't put all this. There's a lot of editorial stuff been added. Music back then when Bach was done was slightly different than it's done today, so it's okay. Well, let's talk about it. These notes, and both hands, I'm going to take both hands together. These notes, it's a C chord. And then the next measure, those notes, the idea is you see these chords. This whole thing is just a chord progression. So work that out. Their fingering is fine, just use your fingering. And you have multiple voices going on. So in the left hand, the half note, you're going to hold that down and add that to it. And then you have these notes, hold that down. And then again, it is through the whole thing. Just a bunch of chord progressions in that broken chord pattern. Really what you're doing here in this left hand is you're finger pedaling these, because otherwise they'd be all 16th notes. But if you finger pedal it, which means you hold the notes down so they ring out longer with the hand, you're doing what the pedal would do, but you're doing it with the hand is what it is. It's so you hold them down. That's what I suggest. This is originally written for harpsichord, clavichord, one of those, and they didn't have. I mean, they were slightly different, but yeah, it helps to finger pedal these things. Now the hands will move around, obviously. There's nothing really tricky about it. Maybe the trickiest part might be at the end, there at the bottom of page 141. Where you have your here, it's bass clef here, and then here, it's here with its inversions. 4, that's a B now, and now it's treble clef up here. And that last one, I do a 2, 3, 5, just like they're saying. I don't finger it quite like they do it because like in the next to the last measure, to me, I finger it with 4th finger, not 3rds. Like so. That's really all it is. Well, once you get that, I mean, it's a bunch of chord progressions. I suggest you pretty much play this all legato. The dynamics or suggestions, you can try that, and it's both hands. The sort of moderately loud at the beginning, whatever. I'm not real big on dynamics in Bach. That's because different people are going to play it differently. But then you have a moderately soft at the bottom, which is just a little softer. And then over on page 139, second line, you're going to crescendo up. Doesn't say how much, it's just a little bit. So I guess you're going to go from moderately soft to moderately loud. And then in the next line, you're going to go back to very soft. Because you see in the last line it's very soft, so decrescendo or diminuendo, same thing, all the way down to very soft at the end of the page there. And then you can read these dynamic indications as well as I can explain them, I'm sure. At the very end there's a poco ritardando, which means slow down a little bit. It's here. I tend to do a full ritardando, not a poco. Speed-wise, it's a nice flowing motion, not fast, not slow. I've heard this played a number of different speeds, but just general. Remember, the speed doesn't necessarily have to go to the beat. It has to go to the overall flow of the piece. And this one is just whatever. You'll have to decide for you. There's lots of recordings of this available. You can get an idea what it sounds like. They have pedal markings in here. It's a difference of opinion on pedaling Bach. People don't agree. This was originally written for a harpsichord or clavichord. They didn't have pedals. You did it all with the hands. When I played Bach in college, I was not allowed to use pedal on his keyboard music at all, anything. And so when I do these, I don't use pedal. It's all with the hands only. It's just basic. But if you want to use pedal, it's personal choice, I guess. Just pedal it. You're changing pedal. They're changing pedal with each 2 beats, and that's fine. That's fine, because you don't want to build up too much, because it's a gentle flowing piece, so don't build up too much. Let's play it together very, very slowly to double check these notes. The rhythm shouldn't be a problem. They're all 16th notes pretty much, but the notes. So I'm going to do pages 38 and 39, then I'm going to stop, and then I'll count in again, and then we'll do pages 40 and 41. Very slowly. The metronome is beating 8th notes, because we got all these 16th notes everywhere. So here we go. 1, 2, ready, and go, and. Stop, turn the page. 1 and 2 and ready and go, and. hold 2, 3, and 4, and off.